Hello, all the crazy people out there. My name is Michael. I like wizards and dragons and making games, and the end is finally upon us. This is going to be the last one of these development videos for Buggy as Hell. This is also going to be the last one of these videos in which you have to see this ugly purple magenta square serving as the title screen. I will get to that shortly. So, I've done a few things since we last spoke. I have fixed a number of the more minor issues that I found when I was just testing this over and over again since the last video. Most of them were things such as like balance tweaks and that sort of thing, and making levels a little bit more interesting. There have also been some other minor bugs that I dealt with, such as the wrong text being displayed and that kind of thing. You can look through the commit log if you want to see more. I've also gone and inserted another piece of audio music. Did I really just say that? I've also inserted another background track for the game because I've gotten another song from Ryan. Hopefully the last one should be like in my possession, and that should be finished by approximately Sunday. But Sunday is after I want this thing to come out, so I'm gonna have to patch that in later. Let's see. If I go back to Game Maker, you know, if I go to GitHub first, I've also created a separate credits file, just because that feels like a nice thing to have. Let me go and first commit the changes to the music. If I can spell that. Next, where is my... I'll close my downloads folder, the workspace folder here. This is going to be my logo. Same energy as Bombardier. I may or may not have borrowed this idea from the Hillary Clinton 2016 campaign logo, but I'm gonna pretend to be original here. Let's see. Firstly, I can go into the graphical stuff, the UI sprite. Can I edit that? Can I re-import this? Bullet Hell Workspace. Here we go. We're going to import that. Yes, please. It is a little bit bigger than the last one. Okay. I can, however, and this doesn't really matter at all because GameMaker will automatically do this when you build the game, but just so that it makes me feel better, can I auto trim? Alright, that should fit more or less nicely in the space allowed on the title screen. It's a little bit bigger. Alright, I'm gonna move that up. Let's see, if I go into rooms, the initialization room is the one I care about, and UI title. This can go up a little bit. That should be good. And aside from that, we should be all sorted when it comes to the title screen of the game. Alright, that's great. Oh, this is so corny and I love it. Alright, why I didn't do that like 3 months ago, because it honestly only took me like maybe 15-20 minutes to make, I don't know. I just wasn't thinking about it. Okay. So, I think that qualifies as the final art assets, sort of at least, because there is, as stated, still one piece of music coming. Next, I would like to start thinking about release, and that is going to come in the form of program information and metadata. That also sort of includes, like, this thing. I guess I'll check that off too, because that's technically been decided. I'm going to need to go into the game settings. This is going to be... I'll include the exclamation mark. The executable name can be... Honestly, that's fine. That's just going to insert the project name into the executable name. Version 1.0 sounds good. Company. This is a little bit messy. Because this is not actually a company. Munin and I would like to create one for use in Wizardex, and I will ask him then if I can like release my other projects under that name. But that is something that is still a few months off. At best. Product is going to be Buggy as Hell. Copyright 2022. The name is fine, but I unfortunately did not think ahead to the fact that it is really hard to say that out loud without, like, laughing. That's good. I don't really need any of this other stuff. There is not a lot of graphics in this game, and most of them are like vector art, so I don't really care about texture page size. The icon, you saw the icon, I think, the splash screen image, I'm not even going to include, and the installer. I'm not creating a Microsoft installer, I'm just going to distribute a zip, so I can ignore all that. As far as like releasing this thing on Linux goes, that's actually hit a little bit of a roadblock, and not in the way that you might think, because I no longer have a keyboard for use with the Raspberry Pi, and I could manage that by like unplugging this keyboard from this computer and plugging it into the Raspberry Pi, but that's just probably a lot of work, and I think there's going to be enough to do in this video anyway, so I'll deal with ARM builds when I can get a replacement keyboard for that thing.
Hey.
Homepage. Can I just, like... insert the, like, the YouTube playlist over here on the homepage? Or I guess that maybe it would make sense for that to be the itch page. I don't care. This can be the short description and the long description. They're the same description, but whatever. Images. I'll try at least to build an x86 Linux version for this game. Are you going to accept this today? You are not. The image selected contains transparency. GameMaker has a thing about that, and by all accounts, it's not actually like a limitation of making games for Linux, giving the icon transparency. But let's see. If I were to, again, manually do this, insert icon.ping into the options, Linux. I really don't feel like dealing with Linux on that front right now. Okay, well, maybe we'll just do Windows today. I'll commit the credits in this one. Are there any other like game settings I might want to mess with? Collision compatibility mode. I don't think I need that. Copy on write, behavior for arrays. God, no. Can I turn that off? I really don't want to mess with either of those settings like at this moment. Everything else is yeah, I don't need to mess with that. And we can build a game. If I were to check that off, the program icon is done. These are going to be in purgatory for now. XE for Windows, recording a trailer. I'm going to try and actually do that today. Creating the itch page, uploading the trailer, publishing, and Post-mortem is going to be the last thing I do later. Let us try and, yeah, let's remember the packaging option. Build a zip. And we can put this... I like to dump all of my, like, finished things in this stuff I made folder on my hard drive. Let's make one for this game. And that'll take a minute to build. And when it finishes... Come on, GameMaker, don't keep me waiting. We are gonna have the zip file in place. I can extract this, and... Did we extract it? We did. Windows Explorer just did an update, and we can play this. The icon looks really strange at that like miniature Windows Explorer size. But it should be okay when the game is actually running. That's a little bit pixely, but does the job. Okay, we've got our game running standalone. This is under the release config, that's good. If I were to, let's say, go to save 2 and delete all the information and play as if from scratch, we should be able to do everything. I did test this extensively off recording, so I'm not really paranoid that anything is going to go wrong that I haven't found yet. At least nothing, there's going to be like no easy way to make it crash or anything. Alright. And then of course if I go into settings and then like mess around with volume levels or the screen size or the background scale or something like that, set it to half, we should be all right. I guess if I really want to make this like feel like a proper game, I can put that in full screen. And OBS is going to take a moment to catch up. I thought I would be more annoyed about the lack of like UI on the side over here, but it's fine. If I was making this really polished and like putting it on Steam and charging money for it or something, I'd probably throw like, I don't know, insect-related artwork over there or something like that. But for 40 videos that were approximately like 40 minutes each, this is it's honestly pretty good. I feel like there's more content in here than there was in Bombadier, which took 50% longer to make. And well, there's a whole story behind that. I will of course talk about that in post-mortems. I just want to finish this level and get to the end, and I have a feeling I'm not going to get the like under time achievement medal, whatever, for this level. And also there goes any chance of the no damage medal. What is this, around 4 out of 5? Alright, last one. I could cut away for these, but I feel kind of obligated to show the actual whole thing. And I guess I could borrow some of this footage for like creating a trailer. And I would like to also do that on video. That's probably going to take a really long time. I'm probably not going to make anything immensely fancy. Alright. Oh, it did get speedy for that. Oh, that was 1:45, wasn't it? Less than what? That's a bug. I mean, the score is fine. The score is kind of a given for level 1, honestly. What is going on with Speedy? Alright, fine. Oh, this was a string being built by the, and also, that needs a colon there. This is a string that's being built by, like, breaking this level clear time down into minutes and seconds, and I'm using the wrong value there. Alright, fine. Final bug fix. Somehow didn't notice that when I was going around, like, looking for text issues and stuff in the main game. Alright, let's just do this again then. Fine. So, while that's being done, oh, okay. That was actually fast. I guess not rebuilding all the, like, shaders from scratch and stuff helped. I'm going to check off this. The next thing up is going to be to record a trailer. And to do that, I'm going to jump into a save file that's like already been like finished. Let me go into save slot 1 because I think all the levels are unlocked here. I'm going to go into upgrades and like everything's still ranked 0. I was gonna say I'm gonna respec everything. Were they? Oh, don't tell me. Alright, maybe I was just, like, looking at the wrong one. Everything's ranked 3. Okay, I was gonna say, don't tell me that... Alright, this all looks to be in order. It's possible that there was just, like, stale data in my save file. Because, like, things have changed since I was last playing on save slot 1. Anyway. Let's see. Let's go, actually respec all that now. And... what are some other fun levels to record, like, video of? I feel like bagworms. People seem to like that. That was one of the things that I was talked into doing on recording. So I think recording some footage of bagworms would be fun. Let me just run through this level, start to finish, and I'll pick and choose, like, the best instances of bagworms going off. That was a pretty good one for use in something like a trailer. Let's see. I know there's a bunch of them in this level, and we'll see if there's any better ones coming up. This one might be a good one because it'll like show the bagger himself, like friendly fire bullets hitting enemies from multiple angles. Alright, there we go. That was a good one. I think I'll use that one. Let's see. Let's go back to menu. I also would like something to do with bees or wasps, as the case may be. But I think for that I will, instead of using one of the like regular bee levels, let's go to level 12. Are you kidding me? How? Alright, let's trace through this. Alright, I could not, for the life of me, replicate this again. I doubt that putting this printout here fixed the issue. It seems to be just like a case of randomly, when you click on the button, you don't actually go to the room. I've never seen that happen, like, with any of the other levels that I tried. In the last 10-15 minutes or so, I've, like, when I did get it to happen on level 12, it seemed very random, and I honestly don't know where that's coming from. Did I make any other significant changes besides that? No. I might just declare that a known issue, because it seems to be really rare that it happens. If anyone runs into it, if you can tell me more about what you were doing when you managed to get it to happen, let me know, and I'll see if I can use more information to run it down. I suppose if I do go and edit this footage, and I'll be doing that on video today, at least partially, to get trailer material together, and that might I might be able to examine it then. But I want to move on. So I guess if I run it in full screen, it doesn't matter if I run it from the XE or from the IDE for the purposes of gathering footage. Let's see, we've got level 1 to 12. I feel like Beetlejuice is visually appealing. And good job, me. I ran right. Okay, fine, we'll restart. I'm also thinking Scorpion Rush I'll also use for footage for a trailer. And it's not going to be long. It's probably just going to be like 50 seconds. Maybe even less than that, maybe. I just want... one, foes that don't look like nothing, so things like gnats and centipedes probably, unfortunately, won't make it into the trailer itself, even though they're in the game. And I want to actually have stuff going on screen. So the footage that I collect will probably be from the later parts of levels where there's more things trying to attack you. Oh, this one has grasshoppers too. Could be nice. Ah, well, that should be enough anyway. Let me go back to menu and let me... Scorpions, I think I said would be the last one that I record. Alright. I'm not trying to remember, did the game crash when going into level 12 before? I'm trying to remember if it did or not. I don't think so. But... whatever the issue there, it's likely been there since the beginning of the game, so maybe it did, and if it crashed there, I thought it was related to something else or something. Anyway. Scorpion footage. Alright, that was Scorpion level, and I think I'm going to try to quit out of there. Let's rebuild the game for whatever changes I made since the last time. And I think up next is going to be the trailer. So the Windows XE is done. Trailer footage has been recorded. And let's see. I'll leave this uncommitted for now, just for the time being. If there's anything else I do before the end of the video, which I hope there isn't, I will commit those changes, but let's see. So I'm going to, real quick, restart this recording, and I'm going to go and, let's see, open my big ol' stupid, recording stuff workspace. This can be You get to see a little bit of how these things are put together now. Can I, while OBS is recording, convert this to an MP4 just like now? I can. Okay.
Hey.
So that's going to take its time. I'm going to need to do some other things, such as extract the audio from this. I would like tracks 1 and 2, I believe, are going to be my talking and the game audio. And I'm going to extract the audio, separate the talking from the game sounds, and I will edit something together there. All right. Interestingly, those two tasks finished at almost the same time. Let's see. This looks like my talking. I'm going to solo this. I'm going to just like process this for later. Let me run my regular commentary filters on those. That's going to take another minute or so. Then I will probably just export the... I could have done this first. I'll just export the game audio as is. And... Okay, as you can see, my Game Maker video, Premiere Elements 11 project is... this is the... I'll close that for now. It's a little cluttered. Let me drag this in here. I will not edit this entire 50-minute recording straight off. I will, however, try to, like, while this is processing, I will at least identify the parts of gameplay footage that I want to use. Alright, now we're going to have to wait for that to import. This would all be going faster if I wasn't, like, also recording my screen at the same time. It also doesn't help that my workspace hard drive is a mechanical one, so it's not the swiftest. That is going to be the talking. I'm going to guess that most of the recorded bits that I want to use are in the sections where I'm not talking, since that was where I cut away for the levels. But, okay. I do not need what Premiere thinks is the original audio for that video file. That is done. Let us... Should I have no use for stereo audio. In most cases, stereo audio, and I think I've complained about this before, stereo audio bothers me. It always makes me feel like either like one of my headphones is broken or like there's something wrong with one of my ears and I can only hear out of one side. I don't like it. That is my hill. I will die on that hill. I know most people like stereo audio. I can't stand it. There's been very few cases where I think it actually, like, didn't give me a headache. I just upset every single audio designer who's ever followed my channel in one proclamation with that, didn't I? It gives me a headache. I don't like it. This is the game. And that's going to take a minute to export, and I have, like, 3 versions of this open now for all the times that I've rebuilt the game. That's going to be done, and I can import those into Premiere now. Like, I don't need the talking track right now. I could get by without it, but I do want it for later when I edit this video, just so that that's one more thing I don't have to do then. Okay. Importing the audio is quicker than importing the video. Relatively. Oh, it's still importing the video. Wow. Like, clearly it sees the video even before the Premiere Media Cache files have been created for it. I'm honestly not entirely what goes into that. I think it's like caching the higher quality version of the footage as opposed to like the preview version of the footage, but I'm not entirely sure. So, all right, one, can I grab some some footage of the Hornet Queen where she's like got friends. Maybe a minute or so there. Alright, and I'll drag this... Drag that over there. There also was, I said... I mean, there's plenty of ants footage now. What would be a good one? Something where the density of enemies on screen is higher would be more or less, I think, what I'm looking for. Let's take that. Get rid of those now, I think. And there was also... Alright, bug fixing. Nobody cares about that. At least not now. The Beatles. Again, can we go somewhere towards the end of the level where there's a higher density of things on screen? You can sort of hear like a choppy version of the audio from the video, can't you? Alright, let's try that. Let's try that bit. And I think the last one we said was the scorpions. I feel like the pillow bugs were an interesting idea, but I feel like they're my least favorite in execution. Because the way they chase you isn't very interesting. Alright, let's go with those two for now. This track is my talking. I don't need that. I'm going to get rid of that just so that there's also media for me to deal with. And I feel like I didn't think of this until just now, but if I had muted the music in the game, left the sound effects at full volume, and then just like dubbed over the music, like inserted the original music track in the video editor, that might provide a somewhat smoother experience. Let's see. Okay, the video editor is not performing well here. That's probably because I'm also trying to record my screen at the same time. I think let's just take that bit. Again, this doesn't have to be a long trailer. I think I'll cut this one off here. And lastly, I could actually have two separate clips from Hornet Queen. One where like we defeat her, and the other where we deal with the friends and whatnot. I do have footage of defeating the Hornet Queen, right? I'm pretty sure I did that several times, actually. Boy, it didn't feel that long. I do see on the timer on screen that fight was going on for 3 minutes though. All right. And I think we'll show that just before the win screen appears. All right. Let's see. In that case, I will separate them out like this. How much footage is this? 1:45:18 to 1. All right, so that's only about 30 seconds of video. That's fine, I think. There's also the question of like, do I want to focus, like zoom in the video on the gameplay part of the screen and like cut out the UI? I don't think so. I would amplify it though.
Hey.
I can increase the volume of all these clips to +6 decibels in Premiere without too much trouble. And then oh, you know what? To keep the music the same, so that we go from Grasslands music to Desertlands music and then back to Grasslands, we can cut it together like this. I feel like I hear... Okay, no, never mind. That was just the transition. I was gonna say, do I hear the music playing like twice? I feel like that could actually be a little longer. And then at the end I will just like show a splash of the logo. Alright, I think that's fine. And I will try to Alright, yeah, that won't work because there's other sound effects and I want the music to sort of be isolated. Let me go and... bring the logo into Premiere, and I will just let this maybe make that a little bigger. Fade in can last a little longer on screen than that. Fade out. Let's see how that looks. This isn't... If anyone remembers the trailer that I made for Wizard Ducks for the demo, that was a little bit more elaborate than this. But for something quick and dirty, this'll do. I need the music. For whatever reason, I don't know where I put the... Oh, did I put it in here? I did. I have 2 different workspace folders, apparently. Don't know why I did that. This is the main one, right? Yeah, alright. That was loud. Still want this to be longer. Okay. Where the music cuts off. Alright. I think that's near the end. Alright, I think it was about here. So if I cut in the music starting like here, it might not be a perfect transition, but it should be pretty close. Alright, that works. And I'd still like it if... gain? Channel volume? Oh, I've got some nice, like, presets here. That I made for setting volume to specific levels. Alright, that works. Is there a stray pixel in this logo? Oh no, that's just a piece of dust on my screen. Alright, I was gonna say, it looks like there's a white speck in the corner. But no, that's just dust on my screen. Alright. I should probably also include, like, a link to where this can be found, yeah. Alright, that's something that people often have in their game trailers. This was one of the annotations that I included in a previous video. I don't really care about it anymore because that previous video has been finished and uploaded. Dragonite.itch.io / I'm gonna call it... I'm just gonna call it that. And speaking of which, I can create that now. I can go and upload new project. Boy, this video is gonna be a long one. I did say that the exclamation mark was going to be required. No hyphens. And for now, this is still going to be in draft mode, so it's not published yet. For now, I can just grab that. And I think HTTPS is implicit. I don't think I actually need to include that on the screen here. Lower third. Oh, there's also the shade in the background that I usually use to darken the screen when I throw those like annotation things on screen during a video, so that the text is more easy to see. But here we just have a black background, so it doesn't matter. All right, I feel like the title should go up a little to maybe center it a little more with the text on the bottom, but other than that, I think that's good. Let me watch that through one more time. That music transition actually was like really close to making it sound like a continuous. Like, if I do it that, it actually does sort of sound like one continuous music track, unless you're paying really close attention. Which is just lucky. And here we have sort of the opposite problem. It, like, repeats a measure. So if I actually edit this a little more cleverly... Yeah, see, we're still repeating a few notes there, but alright, that sounded a lot more deliberate. I think I'm gonna try and keep it something like that. This clip is still rather on the short side, though. This one is also. So if I Alright, that one wasn't quite as close as the first one, but I think it'll be good enough. Oh, was that like the exact moment where I took damage? Yeah, I think it was. Alright. I'm going to not include that because, well, one, mostly because of the audio key, but two, it's a little embarrassing to have that in the trailer. But that's fine. Alright, that is a total of, I want to say, like 45 seconds. Alright, maybe closer to... No. Go away. Yeah, 45 seconds, give or take. So let's export this. And let's save this as an MP4. The regular export preset that I have. And alright, this shouldn't take long. It's only 45 seconds of video. I have an i7, so this This shouldn't take too long. Let's see. While that's going, let's go back to editing this page. Oh, you know what I need? I need screenshots too. Can I just grab like still frames from the trailer? Would that be cheating? All of the gross bugs that cross your path. Alright, this is a game. This is downloadable. I'm gonna say pricing, same as before, $0 to donate. Let's make the default one 5 though. 2 is a little on the low side, although of course if the user wants to put in the right amount, they can. I don't know what the minimum is. I want to say the minimum is like $1. Uploads, we can... this is not actually what I want to upload from. Stuff I made. Buggy as hell. There's a lot of stuff in that folder now. I'll do the description last. Download and install the instructions. This is like the same as everything I make. Download the zip, extract it, and run the executable. Let's see. Is there anything else? Genre? There is... Is bullet hell a genre? No, it is not. In this case, it would be probably action then. Oh, shooter? That usually implies like a first-person shooter, though. I'll go with action. Alright, this finished exporting. I can hop on into my documents folder to see what it came out sounding like. If there's one change I might make, I might fade it in. Alright, let's fade in the audio and video. And probably fade that out. Alright, that transition looks okay, and... Alright. My computer volume is a little on the low side, so it might actually be louder than I'm hearing it. Alright, that volume is probably fine. Although now that I do hear the music at its regular volume. Alright, the Desert Land music being a little bit quieter like that is fine. Okay. That's great. I can re-export this and that'll take another 2 minutes or so. Let's see. Do not want to... I guess... I've never done this. Like, upload directly from Premiere Elements 11 to YouTube. Is this, like... This was before the days of the HTML5 video player. I don't know if this would even still work. Whatever. We're not doing that anyway. That can go. Yes, I would like to overwrite. And now I think it's going to be time to write the description. Oh, there's also tags. They're also called, like, shoot 'em up or shmup for short, and... Are there any other suggested ones? Top-down shooter, on-rail shooter, twin-stick shooter, third-person. Top-down is sort of it. All right. Custom noun, download and install instructions. I already did that. And anything else? So when this finishes, I'll upload that. Can I, like, copy and paste the description of Bombadier, sort of? That'll be this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna... We don't have a Raspberry Pi version currently. I'd like to eventually, once I like solve the problem where I don't have a spare keyboard. Let's see. Did I really write that? That's ridiculous. Like, there's no story here, but I kind of want to write something that's like, the bugs are invading your garden. Someone needs to put a stop to this. This is in no way, like, there is no story about bugs invading your garden, but I do kind of want to have that there anyway, just because it's silly, but maybe a little less silly than what I had the first time. Someone is calling me on my cell phone, and the caller ID says potential spam, so I think I'm just gonna, like, ignore that. Where were we? This is a bullet hell game. And your, words. No. I won't take the joke that far. Like, I could just leave it at that. I feel compelled to write another, at least like a paragraph or so. The system requirements here are largely the same. Although I want to say the storage requirement is actually way less this time, owing to the fact that I don't have basically 3D models stored for all of the levels. Integrated graphics should be fine. CPU, anything that's not ancient, 64-bit OS. When I get around to this, I'll add that back in. Same for Ubuntu. Rule of threes. There should be... It feels really, like, natural to want to put 3, like, clauses in the sentence. Alright, sufficiently silly. Post of this game's development on YouTube. That link is going to need to be updated. I've got the link right here, right? So I can edit this. Code can be found in the GitHub repository. I suppose I can also add that. That's going to be this one. Oh, you know what I should also do today is, like, actually write a proper README here and everything for this. That would be nice. Reporting problems. Go to the GitHub issue tracker. I would also like to add a note about text and translations. As stated, I don't have the ability to translate the game into other languages myself. If anyone wants to contribute, then that's an option. The credits, I'm going to basically copy this. That's your website. Everyone knows Kenny and gamedev at this point. It's an interesting thing to have at the top of my Twitter page when I go for grabbing the link to my art friend's account. I was thinking when I opened it, it was whatever was going to be at the top of that page was going to be either like politics or lewd. And there was the latter. Let's see. This is the link to the sound effects. And oh, why is my internet so slow today? It could be because I'm like installing something on Steam as we speak. URL is going to be there. And your link is the same. We no longer have 3D particles here. Just using the regular GameMaker 2D particles. And the icon credit. Alright, so let's make that a bulleted list, and I guess I could also, and I thought of this at the last minute. Also throwing a mention to the people who have been commenting on these videos. There have been a number of you, which is nice. This is less interesting now because this game doesn't have as much stuff that I want to edit in later. So I think I'll get rid of the going forward section. This is not entirely true. But there is that little problem with the game crashing on level 12. All right. Is everything else good? This is pretty much the same text as last time. It's not as obvious that this is a 3D game in GameMaker this time, so I won't include that, but people who notice probably will appreciate it. I am done there. All these links should be up to date. And I just need screenshots. Oh, and also to like upload the trailer itself. Let's see. We can do this. Did I show myself doing this last time? I don't think I did. Let's see, we can save that. I can also view the page. And, oh, I should probably set the background colors too. The color scheme that I like to use. I haven't really noticed a major benefit to using these tags in the description and stuff, although it doesn't hurt. What else am I using for these? I guess I could just reuse the details from previous trailers and stuff, but I don't really feel like doing that. I would put bugs in the title, except that most of the time when people search GameMaker bugs, they're looking for something very different, so I will not be doing that this time. Alright, I guess that's it. I'd also like to make a thumbnail for this. Boy, so much work. That's going to be probably thumbnails. Like this is my thumbnail template for these. But I think for the trailer, let's say, let's do a screen grab of level 12. This is not the bullet hell game. That's the wrong game. Let's do a screen grab of level 12 with the player like getting right in the Hornet Queen's face. I guess while I'm here, I'll also grab screenshots, like other screenshots. Alright, so, hang on. First, let's put this in, not full screen. And I'll set it to this size, and this will make it easier for me to just grab a print screen. I'm actually curious what that's going to look like on recording. Because if I hit the print screen key, I've got that wire to the snipping tool, and it looks like that actually just didn't look like anything on the recording on OBS. But I did grab a screenshot, and for this, let's see. I feel like they should be closer together. All right, let me really get right up in your face. Something more like that. And if I blow that up to like the full thumbnail. Okay, that's better. Let's see, I don't really need any of that other junk, but I would like the title logo. I should move all this stuff to like the other folder. I'll do that later. Okay. This could be blown up a little bit. And there's a part of me that also wants to make the outline thicker. How does that look from far away? Alright, let's do that. Save that as the trailer. I guess I could save that as the Photoshop document in case I want to edit it again later, but alright, that's gonna be the thumbnail. I'll leave this up in the background, but I will mute the audio so that you don't have to hear that same song on loop for the next like 10 minutes. Alright. Upload the thumbnail. And I think we're good. I will actually not monetize this though, because it would be a little bit weird to monetize a trailer that's like 45 seconds long. No end screen, no, oh, actually, you know what? I could throw a link to the playlist in a card. That's not playlist. And I could have that start at like the 30-second mark or so, or 20-second mark or so. Okay. For now, I will upload this as unlisted. I will make this public at the same time as this video on most likely Wednesday. The trailer can be that. All right, so you've got that trailer. Let me just grab the colors that I use for all of my projects. I think it's the same theme as just my itch page. I think BG2 is the same color also, but first the text is just going to be white. The link text is going to be green. And I think everything else is the default. Like, not sure why you would want a different layout for the screenshots or anything, but that'll do. All right. And then that's really about it. I'm going to collect a couple more screenshots. Let's see. I'll play through this to when... Oh, you know what? I'd like to run this from the executable so that you can see the icon, like the program icon when I print screen it. And we can start the game. All right, so let me play to close to the end of this level, and I will print screen the entire window. I think it was, and I forget if I mentioned this another point in this series, but user Kente mentioned in the comments of one of the recent videos that there's certain places where you can just like park yourself in boss fights, and the enemy bullets will never approach you. And I am aware of that minor exploit. I don't think it's really that much of a balance problem, because in most cases, like, the bosses are summoning friends and they're the ones who are going after you and making your life complicated anyway. Kente suggested something like having the boss stray from side to side, which is one possibility. I've also entertained the thought of just adding more randomness to where they shoot. Did not end up getting to that because, again, I don't think it's a minor gameplay thing, but that is one of the things that I am probably going to... Oh. Okay, I thought I was going to die there. Probably going to consider doing... Can I say... Oh, come on. I wanted to alt print screen just like right there. I'm actually going to have to be careful, but like the second stage here is where I want to be, or third stage. Yeah, that is something that I'll possibly look at doing after this. Yeah, let me try and do this again without dying. You know what I can do? Since I'm not looking for trailer material anymore. Okay, I've got 2 health this time, and about a second of invulnerability if I do get hit, so I can afford to, for example, let's see how that came out. Alright. No player, well, there's 1 player bullet on screen, but that's okay. I will let that be one of my screenshots. Let us go back to the title. I'll take a screenshot from level 1, of course. Again, I'll try to do this close to the end. We're here. Alright. I think... Alright, there are player bullets on screen, but it's hard to see what they're doing. Let's say save this, and this is gonna be... I really should, like, pin this folder to my quick access bar while I'm working on this, because that'll make this go a little faster. Let's make this like screenshot 4. This one can be screenshot 0. Another level. I like bagworms. I think they're fun enemies. I'm glad that I was talked into adding these by people in the comments when I wasn't originally going to. The friendly fire effect. Because it is very satisfying. Of course, it also makes the game an awful lot easier, but that's... It's really the satisfying feeling of watching the bomb guys like take each other out that I want to go for. I don't think I've done this, but it should be possible to like induce a chain reaction of bagworms if one like... I don't actually know if I got the player on screen there because I nudged the mouse. Alright. Hang on. I'm gonna restart this one. Let's wait 5 like. Maybe I will just grab this one. Alright. Well, I'm gonna try not nudge the mouse to make the screenshot come out better. It happened again. Hang on. Alright, the ring effect there is cool, but I don't really like the player being like right in the middle of that, because that looks messy. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Did not throw my mouse cursor across my desk this time, and apparently I got the the whole print screen, which is not really what I wanted. Alright, that was the window print screen. I think that is better. This will be screenshot 1. I need 2 more, or at least I want 2 more anyway. There's no rules here. I guess I'll grab the cockroach boss also. Alright. I think that was a frame that I like. Alright. At least as far as I like the look of this level anyway. Let's get out of there. And the last one. That was the one I was just in. How about grasshoppers? Alright, grasshopper spirals are kind of nice. The spiral pattern is rather interesting, I think. I'm going to... Oh, this is like really easy with my damage upgraded fully. I don't know if it's a little late for this, but maybe I should have like buffed these guys. This level is going to be done in like 45 seconds. Can't believe I didn't take damage there. If I just wait here for some of the spirals to unfold, alright. Okay. That's gonna be the last one. I got 5 screenshots. You wanna finish this level? Let's finish this level. Heh, those friendly fire bullets are just spinning while the game is paused. I guess that's technically a glitch, but it's harmless and it's also funny. If anyone complains about it, I'll change it, but otherwise I'll just leave it be. Okay, so that's fun. I can go back to menu, I can quit out of here. I am ready to not look at this game again for a very long time. Although, admittedly... Oh, I also need the cover image. That's another thing that I have to do. Admittedly, I've enjoyed playing this one a fair amount, which is a good sign. Those are some screenshots and the cover image. Is this one of those places where I can just like... copy the itch cover? And... we just drag in the logo again. That'll probably be about the right size too, without me having to like stretch it or anything. Maybe I'll shrink it a little or expand it a little. 20% or so. All right. The whole thing is anti-alias, so I'm not worried about it being like stretched in odd ways. Okay. That itch cover. And that's gonna be PNG version. Transparency, yes, because there's a little bit of cutout around the corners. I can upload this. And... okay. How are we looking? Can I view the page? There's a little more like metadata and stuff. Oh, that's the cover picture's only going to show on my profile and places where it's embedded. I guess I'll do that too. I can, of course, knock most of these off. Everything but really the Linux things. Today was productive. I count this as published also, even if I'm not actually going to hit the publish button until this video goes public, along with the trailer. Let's see, devlogs metadata is what I'm interested in. This is really you only need the mouse. No keyboard required. Average session duration, I'm gonna say about an hour. If you 100% it, it probably would take closer to 2, maybe 3. I sort of have an advantage because I've been the one making this, so I can get through it pretty quickly. Language support. Where's English? English. Could have just typed it in. Accessibility. It really is. Oh, it's not one button. It's really 2 button. But I'll leave those out for now. This is not an adult game. The engine that we're using is GameMaker, as most of you are probably aware. Release info, license for code. Oh, that's right. I also want to like clean up the repository a little. I'm gonna MIT it. MIT is like the default open source license. If you freeboot this and upload it verbatim somewhere else, I will DMCA you, but other than that, you can do whatever. License for assets. This I'm less sure about because I did not make most of them. So I'm going to leave that as no license. Of course, everything in it is free. I did ask Ryan if it's okay to have the music be public. I would, if you want to use the music, I would ask him. But there shouldn't be any trouble otherwise. The release date is going to be whenever it's released. External links. One is, of course, going to be this. Another is going to be, of course, and I should probably have the link to the GitHub saved somewhere, the way that I have the link to the playlist. Save a little bit of time. I'm going to be coming back there to edit it anyway soon. It's going to be that, and I guess I will also include Patreon. Can I like view the page as public? Okay. As long as like I didn't accidentally like show my Patreon dashboard on recording, that's fine. All right. Those are the 3 links. Promotional images. I don't know if this is really going to be needed, but I'll include that anyway. And as well as, oh, now it's in my recently accessed files bar. The favicon, I can just make that the icon, can I? This is 64 by 64. And the wide cover. I don't really feel like reformatting this to be 21 by 9. The rest of these images should be okay. Okay. What else is there that I need to do? I will add the link to the README on GitHub. I'll just commit this directly on the website. I think I can embed an image, or like create an image that is a link, can't I? Oh, that has not been, that was still a draft, okay. If, all right, I guess what I can do is actually use this image. All right, so that's going to be that YouTube video ID, HQ default. I'm going to commit that directly to master just because I like to live on the edge. I don't know why that was using an old school email. For the commit, the GitHub website is a little weird sometimes. This should... Okay. For anyone who isn't me at the moment, this will 404, but within a few days, that'll be open. Like if I were to like open this in a private browsing window or something, this will 404. As for everything else, I'm going to make this the 1.0. There's nothing else I can think of that needs doing. I'm going to push that to the origin. I will make a release. I will add some information about like building the project and what version of GameMaker to use and whatever to this. And I think that's going to be everything. What are topics? Game development. Thank you for the suggestions, GitHub, Microsoft. What were some of the other suggested ones? Like, I'm not going to add all the GameMaker tags. Hang on. All right, so no spaces. Hyphens instead of spaces. I think that'll be everything. Let's see. The release is going to be 1.0. Game is done. I will drag the built version of the executable here. Have not been doing that so far, I don't think. Don't have to check set as a pre-release anymore, and oh, you can generate release notes? I didn't know that was there. That's nice. I'm gonna have to do that in the future. Has that always been there? Anyway. Alright, that's fun. If I go back to the organization, we should actually have like the summary here, which is nice. Oh, you know what I want to do? Can I just grab the git attributes so that this isn't set as like a Yak program, project repository thing? I can just do that in here, can I? There's an add file button, I think. This is generally not advised. To like edit the repository directly this way, but for stuff like readmes and git attributes and stuff, I don't mind. You're really not? Did I misspell git attributes? Nope, I guess it just took some time to identify the .yy files. Someone's really got to ask Microsoft to like change that, because I have a feeling there's more GameMaker projects on GitHub than Yak projects. It's yet another compiler. If anyone's wondering what that stands for, it is a real thing. Anyway, in Bombadier, did I include build instructions? If I did, I'll copy them. I did. Oh, I also included credits down here, I see. Alright, let's copy this. Did this slightly differently in Bombadier, I see. I'm going to want to say to make it obvious that that's an image. The explanation of the weekly 0 point whatever versions is fine. Building this is going to be GameMaker LTS 2022. Other versions will probably work. I'm not going to bother to maintain that. It is confirmed working with LTS 2022.0 if you want. And the credits. I can just copy this from the itch page. I don't know if it'll copy the formatting. It did not copy the formatting. That is overtype mode. Sound effects. I did overtype mode again. Music, icon, and I keep hitting the insert key. Let's see. Do you really need to see me like insert the links for like the third time? Hang on. All right. Let's preview this. Let us view all these links just to make sure they go where they're supposed to, and they do. Good. And I think this is release. No. I think this is in the bag. I am probably not going to make any more changes to this. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you've been enjoying this. I've officially completed a second one of these. There's a post-mortem coming. If anyone's got questions, comments, anything that they want addressed in said post-mortem, let me know and I will probably address them. I just realized that this is a link to an exact video and not the playlist itself. Alright, that's Bombadier. I will be posting the post-mortem not next week on schedule, but a week after that. I want a chance for the dust to settle and for me to see how people respond to this before I do anything like that. And after that, probably a week or so after that, I will make a post on the next game that I'm going to make that is like this. It's going to be a little bit different. I hope that you all find that interesting. And I will see you all later. There's nothing else, right? It's tradition. I wish I could have this be 100%, but the post-mortem is still outstanding, so that's not really an option. Special thanks to Army Armbuster, DJ Gibbles, Edward Holt, GameMaker, Harold Guidry, Jonathan Bernardez, Kiexi, Sindra Larson, Squarecrow, The Oz, and Zenjamin for supporting these videos. If you want to support the channel, head on over to the Patreon page down in the video description to join the fun.